Construction 3 is perpendicular bisector of a segment, and I show it in two ways just because we will get to constructions that are like have a bunch of steps, and if you got extra construction marks in there, you get all confused. So I'm going to show it as a perpendicular bisector, which means it's going to go through half of the segment and it's going to make a right angle with it. And then I'm just going to show you how just to mark a midpoint. Okay, I want you guys to draw those quick. You might need to stop the video and write this down. This is called the fish construction, and you'll see in a minute what that is. So make sure you get those down first before you start watching. On this first one, I want a perpendicular bisector. So what I have to do, you have to be able to estimate a little bit. The first step is to go a little over half of the line. You want to make sure you're over half. I don't want to go way over half. I want to go a little bit over half. So I'm going to go about right there. And I swipe a big arc from bottom to top, from the end of the line. That's your first step. Now, I'm going to not change my compass. You never change your compass in the middle of a construction when you're going from one side to the other or whatever. So now I'm going to strike an arc the other way. Okay, and I did not move my compass. So this fish should be directly in the middle of this segment. That's why I call it the fish. It looks like a fish, see? So then, to get the perpendicular bisector, all I have to do is connect the two parts of the fish. So I line up my ruler, and I can draw that line. Now when I draw that line, because I didn't move the compass in between the two parts of the fish, it is perpendicular to the original line, and it bisects that line perfectly in half. So step 1 is to make one half the fish. Step 2 is to make the other half, and step 3 is to split the fish. And that's where you split it in half. Now, if it just asks for a midpoint, then I probably don't want to do the whole line because I just want to know where the middle is. So same thing, I start out and I just make sure my compass is over half. And I swipe from one side. Notice how I'm going up and down like this, so I make sure I'm covering that whole area. And then I move to the other side with the same compass setting and strike another arc. I'm making my fish again. But if I just want the midpoint, I'm going to line up my ruler, and I'm not going to draw the whole line. All I'm going to do is put a point right on the middle. So that is when you just need the midpoint and you don't need the whole perpendicular bisector line. So this would be step 1, step 2, and step 3 is just to mark